Rattlesnakes have maracas at the end of their tail. Well, hello everybody, this is Chris, the Reptiles and Oddities, and this one is not going to be about no drama, except for it's going to have a retic. So if y'all see that little spot on her head, she got a little injury on her back when I fed her last time, and because I got a bunch of sticks and logs in her enclosure with the vines, and I did that rock background that a past few videos a while ago, past videos back that I made for her. So she got injured on that, but the good thing is there's no pus, there's no infection, nothing like that. I've been doctoring it and everything like that, make sure it's clean. So hopefully by the next shed it'll be completely gone. But this is my 2-year-old female reticulated python. She's a mainland retic. She is a yellow lavender het G-stripe. And she is nothing but a sweet girl. But, okay, now the deal with retics. I'll kind of tell you about them, and then I'll go over my plans with her and see if anybody wants to jump on the bandwagon, which I mean follow and see where this goes. Okay, reticulated pythons. They can have a clutch up to about 60, and they are bred crazy over here in the US. I don't know about other countries, but yeah. So when they're born, they start about 2 feet, but these are the world's biggest snake. Okay, take it back. They're the world's longest snake. The biggest snake is the green anaconda, which are females. The males don't get as big. They're sexual dimorphism, I think's how you say it. But same thing with retics. I believe it's the females. Yeah, the females are the ones that get big. I believe the males stay smaller, but this is a female. So she is going to get big, but yeah. Now, they're from Southeast Asia, Indonesia, and all that stuff, and they are some big retics over there. You see them online, big ones. So yeah. Now over here in the U.S., we're told to feed them every 7 to 10 days rats. Okay, yeah, she's eating rats, but she's also eating quail and chickens, especially the little chicks, because she's not big enough to take a full-grown chicken. So, and she's in a 4 foot by 2 by 2. I don't keep her in a bin. So yeah. I've been told already that I'm killing my retic because she is not as big as like she should be. She's literally maybe 5 feet. She's not big at all, and she's not fat either. A lot of times big constrictors, they get fat deposits in them, going all the way down, and typically that's what kills them because they're just overweight, not healthy or anything like that. They die of like a heart attack or something like that. And they don't live that long, maybe 10 years, and that's it. Okay? I don't want that. Okay? Another thing is, before I get into that part, they're not kept in big enclosures. Like, I literally see people that keep them in 4 foot by 8 foot by 2 feet tall enclosures. Something that when a 16 plus retic, they coil up and they don't have no room to move around. It's literally like that. To me, yeah, you might get the animal out and let it explore, but still, I don't think that's good enough. What about when you go to work? What about when you're asleep when the snake's really active? These are nocturnal animals, so there you go. They might be out during the day, but she's really active at night. But yeah, so now off to what I do. My retic, she eats once a month. I've already told you the three that I give her on food source. So yeah, I feed her once a month. I keep a scale on her, so I know how much she weighs. So if she's getting too thin, I know I need to speed up a little bit on her food. So I'm making sure on that. But she's keeping perfect, good body weight. I told you because of the injury on her head of what's all in her enclosure. So she has a hide, she has logs, sticks, greenery, rocks, ledges, everything like that. Even a sprinkler system in there, a water bowl she can fully soak in and submerge her whole body in. She has everything in there that she needs. Okay. And I see her use the hoe enclosure, which is awesome. It's a 4 foot by 2 by 2 that I built, and everything in there. I found the wood at the lake. The plants came from Hobby Lobby. The water bowl, yeah, it came from a pet store. The bedding is sand, coconut husk, in this bio dome stuff. You get a Petco. It's like $11 a bag, and it has like, it's good for growing plants. I got all that mixed in there to give more of a natural state in there. I've got leaves in there too, so therefore the whole enclosure is not naturalistic for her. She can go in the cave if she wants. She can go to the top cave. She can go into the bottom, the middle level. She can go all over the enclosure. And then also, like I said, it has a sprinkler system in there that mists to keep the humidity up, and being made out of wood and foam, it insulates really good, so the ambient temperature is perfect and spot on. There's even a fan in there to create a small breeze. So, and I give this snake UVB too. Okay, that is her enclosure right now. Let's say when she gets bigger, will she get 16 feet? Yeah, probably. Will she get 20? I don't know. Will she get 25? I don't know. Will she live 30 years old? Well, let's hope she does. I've talked to Dylan at the Animals at Home podcast, and we came up with an agreement that when this snake gets big, trying to feed her quail is not going to be really feasible. So we're going to start. I live in the country. Well, I live in town right now, but we live in a rural town. We are about, hopefully by this time next year, we'll be in a house and I'll have a chicken pen built. So we're going to be raising chickens and feeding her chickens. And she is trying to go to the 20 gallons and to go to that rack, which that would be a mess if she did. The next enclosure that I'm actually about to start building as soon as I get the bearded dragons enclosure done, she is fully stretching out. It's her enclosure is going to be a walk-in enclosure. It's going to be 8 foot by 4 feet wide by 6 feet tall, and it's not really going to have much in there except for climbing opportunities, the UVB, and I'm actually going to be switching to Zilla's Zilla's Terra Sky, that's it. So I give her the more better UVB that I possibly can. She'll have a radiant heat panel in there. And then she'll have an agobe in there because this is probably going to sit on the back porch. So which means I'm going to have to put an outer wall and insulation in there. And then an inner wall. So, and insulation, so therefore we can keep the goby will make sure we keep temperature and humidity up to where it should be. It'll be connected to my phone, but this will be big enough for her to grow even bigger. And by the time we get her own property, now this is going to be the kicker. You know when I told y'all whenever I've seen big retics in small enclosures? Well, that's where this one's going to change. We are going to keep an eye out, my wife and I are going to keep an eye out for a really nice house, but we're going to hopefully have a extra building on there that's already insulated and concrete floor, metal building, insulated, electrical, plumbing, all that stuff. Hopefully it's for like an RV, so therefore it has a lot of room in there. So if there's a lot of room in there, she's going to get a 20 foot long by 20 feet deep by however tall the ceiling is. So if the ceiling's 15 feet or even 20 feet, we're going to the very top with her tank. I'm just going to build everything myself, and she'll have a humongous room to grow as big as she wants. So she'll have a waterfall in there to help with humidity. There'll be a big ass tree so she can climb to the very top. There's going to be a cave in there. We're going to have some UVB spots in there. We're going to have some natural skylight to allow the moon cycle come through so she can see the moon. We're just going to basically make a humongous naturalistic enclosure for her. So if she wants to climb, she can climb. She wants to be in the cave, she can be in the cave. If she wants to be in the water, she can be in the water, because there's going to be a pond in there too that the waterfall goes into. She wants to be in the cave, she can be in the cave. If she wants to be under the UVB, she can be under the UVB. If she wants to be wherever, she can be wherever. She's going to have the full range of this humongous enclosure, and I will build that. I'm not joking. That is where I want to be. And I've been talking to Zilla, and I'm even set up through a program with Lowe's to help get a discount on the bulk stuff and all that, even more than what you can get through a store. So I already got eyes on this project. So that's where it's going to go. Now, hopefully the building that this giant ass enclosure is going to be in will be bigger. So therefore, I can take back the 4 foot by 2 by 2s I've been building and other enclosures that I'm going to build in the future. I can put them all in there neatly and organized and just fill it up with big oversized enclosures. Then I'll figure out what animals I get. I'm not going to sit there and think about, oh, I have this room, I wonder how many animals can I shove in here. No, it's going to be how many enclosures can I shove in here. Then I'm going to think about the animals and put appropriate sized animals that I can, like her big ass enclosures, maybe a Burm's enclosure too, about the same size. My rattlesnakes need a humongous enclosure. That's it. So later on down the road, that is what I want to do with my animals. Give them large, oversized enclosures and hopefully inspire somebody to do the same thing. If you know what you're doing, you can build some of the most beautiful enclosures. If you got the money for PVC, we'll order PVC if that's what you want. I don't have a problem with PVC. Actually, I think some of their stuff beautiful, like that big old walk-in enclosure that Chandler's Wildlife had for Kevin, the king cobra that passed away. That is just absolutely incredible. Oh my God, that thing is beautiful. And I wish I had that money where I could get big PVC panels. And then I would do it, but I don't. So wood is going to be the next option. What are you doing, sweetheart? Backing up like that. So yeah. And hopefully if somebody's watching this video and you're thinking about getting a retic, a Burm's, or some big animal that needs a lot of room, hopefully that speaks to you and helps you realize that these animals need bigger room than what a care sheet's going to say. If you can always go bigger, go bigger. I know there's bins out there that are little, the animals don't have much room, but think about the wild. They don't have, like a ball python does not stay in a termite mound. They might go there and you might be able to flip 10 and there'll be snakes under, but other than that, they're out moving around. So they're out and exploring, getting other resources and etc. So why don't we give them bigger enclosures? That's just it. And what's another thing too is when animals have bigger enclosures, well, when animal rights people come and try to take our animals away or try to pass a bill to where we can't own them, but they see a bunch of people with over the top, humongous enclosures, I don't think they could really say much if we're trying to do the best that we can for our animals. She is weighing down my hat. But yeah, and that's one thing I'm just trying to show people that I love these animals and I'll do whatever I can to give them the best life I possibly can. and I cherish them. And it's just like I've already been asked, are you into this for the money? No, I don't want to be a breeder or anything. But yeah, I'll probably breed a couple things here and there. But other than that, I just want to be able to work with the species that I want to work with and give them the best life I can and educate people about them and all. That's all I want to do. So yeah. The snake's incredible. Yeah, retics. I know people talk bad about them, but honestly, they're just beautiful snakes. And if you work with them, they're just like any other animal. But they are an animal that requires a responsible owner to do. It's not a snake for everybody. You gotta first make sure you got the room for them. So yeah. So guys, if y'all want to see Pumpkin here, which that is her name, Pumpkin, because her eyes are pumpkin orange. I just think that'd be funny, a big ass snake named Pumpkin. If you want to see her enclosures built and you want to follow along with hopefully getting a reptile facility built by hand, y'all know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, hit the notification button so when I do upload a video, you'll see it. And follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and all. If you have any questions, go to Instagram. It's Reptiles and Oddities everywhere. So that's it, and I am going to go put Pumpkin, the female reticulated python, back up in her enclosure. So okay guys, y'all have a good one, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye.